Subi jeans, I'm mad as fuck. That's a hoe that why she come with me, that shit not adding up. Wide body swerving through your hood, I'm looking fat as fuck. Be that road up till I'm at a look, 200 in that truck. Bad hoe tryna give me all the love, but that shit ain't enough. Down bad on my dick, I ain't have a solid, I like give me none. Shoot my door before you outside smoking, you ain't got no gun. Lost my heart, now we put belt to ass, ain't no one having fun. 30 clip plus what's inside the head, don't give me talking numbers. 4-5, I pop around from that corner, put 2 niggas on them. Yeah, my call Johnny Dang to come and fuck my piece up. Lil 50, thought this bitch was empty, huh? But it keep bumping. ACA, we going for some foul and niggas keep jumping. Keep me out of the club, mark these perky, so I keep clutching. One inside your track, we kicking doors and you can keep nothing. Bad, go ahead, throw that ass and we can keep fucking. Nigga throw this cup away, I can't because I fucking love it. Then me bad bitch ain't no coming back cause I don't fucking love you. I spill drink that on my Subi jeans, I'm mad as fuck. That's a hoe that why she come with me.
You can fucking achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need like a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other shit. What you need is the one thing I talk about in my book, which is straight up brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I gotta start doing is facing every fucking fear I have. No matter what the fuck it is, man. You can help yourself get through the times that suck. Real life. This is real life. 90% of your life will suck. 10% will be fucking happy. You may be a lucky guy and have a lot of fucking money, have a great ass woman, all this shit. Trust me, one-on-one with that fucking guy, he's missing something. His life still sucks because he hasn't faced something that bothered him his whole fucking life. Something is still eating that motherfucker up. And I started finding things that was comfortable. And the more things I found comfortable, the more uncomfortable my mind was. You start putting yourself in situations that suck, you'll find yourself. You'll find it real quick. And I'm sitting there thinking, take a day off. No more no. But I keep on thinking too, there's always someone out there who's working harder than you. I'm haunted by that motherfucker. Knowing that someone out there is willing to forgo personal desires and comforts, forgo sleep, forgo whatever it takes to be better, to be the best. In life, a lot of times, a lot of us have that person out there. There may not be a name or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure in life when you think about that person, you make sure they put a name and face to it. You make sure the name and face is yours. You do the haunting. Get in somebody's head. Own space. And all times when you want to quit, because we're all human, you make sure you remember one thing. All those times and hours and days you sacrificed to be the best. I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I realized that everybody's fucked up. That's the one thing I realized. I walked around and I put these people on a fucking pedestal. Everybody was better than me. So I can't tell you anything about me because you're going to judge me and I'm going to feel even worse than what I am. What I realized, once I calmed my mind down and sat back and looked at how jacked up this world is, once you realize that you are not alone, everybody that's talking to you about how jacked up you are, only thing they've done better than you is they've hidden their fucked up world better than you have. That's all they've done. The more I failed, the more my father's words would creep into my mind about how I'm not good enough. All this other bullshit he said to dehumanize me. As time went on, I started realizing the more I didn't quit, the more self-respect I gained. And the power was all mine. In life, it's important to do one thing. Many people will try to dehumanize you. It's up to you to find self-respect and dignity in yourself. You don't need a uniform to have honor. You need to have pride in yourself. They can't see themselves doing it. They can't see themselves doing it. That's one big reason. The other reason is,
all right. We are back. Of course, my mic decided to die in the middle of me shooting that first scene. So I didn't do a talk through, walk through, mock through, chalk through workout like I thought I was going to. But it was okay. I needed that. I locked in, so to speak, and got that leg day in. That was probably the best leg day I've had in a very long time. So I'm happy with it. I felt a little bit more like myself today. If you know me, you know how serious I take bodybuilding, especially as of late in terms of the last year and a half or so. I would say over the last few months, as my coaching business has done better and better, and a lot of things have happened, a lot of things have changed. I no longer work with the team I was working with before, Together More Fitness, and now I am back doing my own thing and have my own company, and there's some big things coming with that, so I'm excited, very exciting. But I've just been putting a lot into that side of things, and I found myself not giving my life to bodybuilding as I would like to, as I had the year prior, and as I need to if I want to accomplish the goals that I have this year. So I decided to get back on the YouTube grind and promise myself to just start going hard at bodybuilding again. Now, again, me falling off is I'm going 85%, versus like I'm still eating my meals every day. I would just say, I miss a meal or two here and there more often than I would like, or I take an extra rest day more than I would like, or something of the like. Why did I just say like so many times? But you know what I mean. You get it. And today I so far, it's 4 p.m., have done exactly what I want to do, and I feel really good. And like I said, I feel a little bit more like myself today. And we didn't even hit upper body, we hit fucking legs, and we're still looking pretty decent. But big news, by the time it happens, it will have been over 4 years since I have stepped on a stage. But we are shooting for a show in November, so that's another thing, is like I am 4.5, 5 months away from probably starting prep, maybe less. And so I've already let myself slip a little bit the last couple months, and I can't continue to do that. So I'm catching myself as early as I can, and we are going to just be putting our all back into bodybuilding. So we did just recently get blood work done. We are doing some things to fix that, but we have boosted the testosterone a bit. We are looking to throw in GH and Anadrol into the mix after I am fully healthy again and good to push. And then, man, I'm just growing. I'm just growing until prep starts, and I'm gonna grow physically, mentally, hopefully financially and business-wise as well. Yeah, man. So it's been, even though I haven't been as perfect with bodybuilding as I would like to be, business in terms of coaching is going better than it ever has. I have some of the best clients I could ever dream of having. I mean, a few years ago, if you would have told me I had the clients that I have now, that I have as many clients as I have now, that I'm doing what I'm doing now, I would have told you you're crazy. And that's just a testament for everybody. You just have to keep pushing, and even me where I'm at right now, I'm far from where I want to be, but achieving a lot of things that I wanted to achieve, a lot of goals that I've had for a very long time. I know that there's going to be more downs. I know that, you can't get too high. When the highs are high, you can't get too high. When the lows are low, you can't get too low. You have to ride that midline. So I understand that, while there may be some other things this year that don't go my way, this period in my life has been some of the best few months that I've had ever, probably. And so that feels good. And there was a million times over the last 5-6 years with me trying to do this, that bodybuilding and coaching, that, I wanted to quit over and over and over again. And you're going to feel like that. That's just the name of the game, and you got to suck it up and push it through. And that's natural selection. The ones who cannot handle that pressure, the ones who crack, those are the ones who just don't achieve what they want to achieve. You don't achieve your dreams, and that's just that. So that's my rant on that shit. Since January, we gotten engaged. I was able to give my wonderful now fiance a couple things that she has been asking for a very, very long time. Got her dream ring. She's been asking me for this dog for a long time as well. I got her that. We moved out here to beautiful Florida from Texas. I liked Texas, but Florida is definitely more my vibe. I love to be outdoorsy, so being able to go to the water and, get on a jet ski or go fucking swim with sharks somewhere if I want to, or anything like that, is really nice. But we've just been leveling up since being here, so that's a very good sign. Community is awesome. My gym is awesome. Very, very happy for the first time in my life, but itching to get on stage, that is for sure. We have one show that could be November 1st. So I'm doing 2 shows, most likely. But I'm looking at 2 here in Florida for it to be my first show. So one is either November 1st, the other one is like November 8th or 16th or something. I don't remember. And then the second show, I'm not going to say yet, but we're shooting for something pretty big, which is cool. We just have to see how the first show goes, obviously. Again, haven't competed in 4 years. So your boy Rusty. Luckily, I still am enjoying kind of how I look right now. We haven't blown out by any means, but I'm definitely not shredded lean like I was middle of last year. I didn't really make any, maybe I made like one YouTube video around that time, but I was peeled and I was still probably 7 to 8 weeks out from show. A lot smaller than I am now, and I'm only going to get bigger, and I can get even leaner than I was. So it's just going to get pretty nasty. It's a weird feeling though, because I'm going to be 26 before I compete again. And it's like the last time I competed, I was 21. It's like, what? Actually, maybe I just turned 22, because I competed in October of 2021, so I had just turned 22. But yeah, I mean, 4 years, it'll have been like it just feels like I'm almost starting bodybuilding, like I just started bodybuilding, you know? And I'm sure like I'll never have another 4-year off season. God, I hope. This off season probably wouldn't have needed to be 4 years had I have done what I needed to, how I needed to. If I had operated every year since 2021 like I have the last year and a half, I would be in a much better position right now. And that's just, you know, you live and you learn, and that's a lesson. But we're where we're at now, and that's all we can think about. So, you know, it's going to be weird from 26 to probably, by the time I compete, I'll probably have another good decade left in me, depending on what we look like and where we're placing and what shows we're able to win or get close to winning by that time. But this sounds like a lot of time, but in bodybuilding, it's not. And if you've bodybuilt for any extended period of time, you know that's not a long time. So we have to make the most of it, and I have to remember that every single day. And I made a video, I think, on Instagram about this, but since like every level of a little bit tiny more success that I get with online coaching and things in that realm, the harder bodybuilding has gotten for me. And I felt like maybe it would be easier. It's not easier. It's way harder. Now you have two passions that you want to give 110% to, and it just feels like sometimes that you don't have enough time in the day, and maybe you don't. You know, but I'm sure as fuck gonna try, because I love both. But it is very challenging, and at its peak difficulty, I decided to throw now planning for a wedding, getting a dog, on top of everything with coaching this year, putting people on stage, getting more clients, starting a whole new business. I've really thrown myself into the fucking deep end here. But I've always said I work best with my back against the wall, and that's what we're doing, you know? I'm the kind of learn the hard way to take 2 steps back to take 30 steps forward kind of person. So I am perfectly fine with it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the leg workout. That's pretty similar to what I was doing before I got my split switched a couple months ago. Just less volume and just more focus on execution and intensity, with a couple new exercises sprinkled in there. I wasn't usually doing RDLs or adductors on this, and then we kind of adjusted, you know, when I do what, but for the most part, it's fairly similar. You don't need a lot of fancy stuff to get it done, but that's the leg day I've been running. It's the only like sole leg day I have. Then I have more of a posterior chain day. I have some hamstrings thrown in on other days, but as I am men's physique, I am still trying to grow my legs, but they're not my main focus. Depending on how this year goes with men's physique, if I go pro, I'm going to, that kind of gave away what I was trying to say, not to say earlier, but if I do make pro status, I'm probably going to continue to try to perform well in men's physique, but I really do want to go up in classic or open one day maybe, so I will need to bring my legs up one day. But I'm going to start doing these again, weekly, maybe bi-weekly, just so I can be in the routine of doing them once prep comes, because I'm going to film my prep just like I did last time. So you guys will see what I am doing for my training. Just trying to bring up chest, trying to keep my shoulders where they need to be, bring up my arms a little bit. I need to start hitting arms a little bit more than I do hit them now, to be honest, because really my arms are not big at all. They're pretty small, to be honest. My calves, my legs, my arms are fairly small. My chest is my shoulders are pretty decent, and I have a big waist. That's probably the biggest part on me. But yeah, I'm enjoying my split now. The split I was doing before, I mean, I'm talking volume on volume. Like that leg day would have been, what did I do first? I did my big mover first, I believe. So I would go from 4 sets of hack squats that were anywhere from 10 to 15 reps. And then I would go to leg press, which was 4 sets, 2 of them being 15 to 20 reps, 2 of them being drop sets. Then I would go from that to leg extensions, which was 4 sets, 2 of them being top sets, 12, 15, 20 reps, and 2 of them being drop sets. Then I would do the same thing for hamstring curls, and then I would have calves. That leg day left me in the fucking ground. I mean, the legs always does, but that split was absolutely fucking ridiculous. I mean, and most of the time I was doing it while I was living in Texas, and the gyms there, neither of the gyms I went to had AC. I went to Alphaland too, but I never worked out inside really. I did a couple in there, but it was always freezing cold. So I was always doing it in the 100-something degree weather. So it was even worse. I remember one day I texted my coach and I was like, hey dude, like, nope, can't, this is literally killing me. And I was doing my cut while I was there for the first part of it too, so yeah, but this split has been good. I just need to start executing it just a tiny bit better. I know, like a couple months ago, like I was feeling really, really good with my physique. I'll throw a picture up of the time that I'm talking about, but everything was kind of in place, and then things just started to, I don't want to say go downhill because it sounds like I stopped doing anything I needed to, which isn't true. I'm making it a lot worse in my head, but to me it's just like if I'm not 100%, then I'm fucking up bad, because I understand every little percent matters. So I want to get back to that point. And like I said, with the blood work and things, like I want to make sure that I'm completely healthy too, which like that wasn't terrible. I just needed to lower my hematocrit a little bit. Blood was getting a little too thick, so we donated some blood and threw in some supplements. We'll be good. Back to new. Everything else was pretty good though. I'm not insulin resistant. I'm pretty insulin sensitive actually, which is good. Which again is always my thing. It's like, stop getting too fat in your off seasons. Stay insulin sensitive, or else your prep is gonna suck. So that's what we've done, and I'm happy with that. And we're eating a good bit of food too, but not as much as, honestly, I haven't calculated my calories in a while. I just get the plan from my coach and run that. So I'm not too sure where we're at, but in the 4,000s somewhere, which I've done a whole lot more calories than that. But I don't like to eat. I don't like to eat at all. I've eaten 2 meals today so far, and I have 3 more to go. So that's another like 6 hours of eating. So I'll eat my last meal at probably 10 p.m. But like I could go the rest of the day and maybe eat like a little bit, but I've also been on the same 4 to 5 meals for literally over a year and a half now. So it'll start weighing on you, it'll start getting a little old. You got to be a little bit more creative with things. But right now I'm going to go home and I am going to make a smoothie. And that shit hits. Actually, I don't have my BCAA powder, so just kidding, not doing that. But yeah, overall, just excited to lock back in and rebalance myself. But I hope you guys enjoyed the little video ski today. I am going to, like I said, try to continue to do more of these. I don't want to fall off again. I always feel like my life is too monotonous and boring to make videos on every week, which now that I live here, I'm going out, I'm doing a lot more. I just need to get back comfortable bringing the camera in public and doing all that consistently, but I'm gonna stay on it for you guys, for myself, and hopefully catch a lot of this growth in the process going into these next, like I said, 4 or 5 months until we start prep. So we're just gonna do the damn thing. But like I said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We don't have much for the rest of the day. We're just going to go home. I'm going to eat. I'm going to finish up my work for the day. And then I'm going to hit the sheets. And that's about it. So I appreciate you guys for watching. tune into the next one. There will be a next one, I promise. I'm not going to fall off this time. I promise I'm not going to fall off this time. I feel like I said that last time, but I mean it this time. So, I'll see you fuckers next week.